talking about the work that construction workers have to do with those hats holding in all that heat as well, Alice.
Hello there, good morning. Yes, I'm here on a construction site just in Reading, and I can tell you there's no air conditioning here. I do have my hard hat on, ready for business to find out exactly how these hot temperatures are impacting people who are working in the construction industry. And I'm joined by Thomas. I knew I was going to forget your name. I'm joined by Thomas, who is from PV James Construction Company. So just tell me, how have these hot temperatures, how has it impacted you over the last week or so?
It's affected the guys on site, obviously, and we're having to get through a hell of a lot more water. And also the materials that we're using, it's been quite a challenge because a lot of it's the humidity. It's causing a lot of challenges. Installing a ceiling like the one above us has been really quite a challenge. It's lots of movement and bowing and stuff for the timbers. Yeah,
I was going to ask, I mean, people might ignorantly think, you look at a construction site, lots of very sort of tough sort of materials around, whether it's wood or metal or stone, but actually it sounds like from what you're saying, these hot temperatures, if they reach sort of 35 degrees Celsius, it can really impact the materials.
Oh yes, it could. I mean, a lot of the timber out that got hit by the heat, even when you protect it and cover it, it'll all bow out of shape, so it's unusable pretty much.
And I know, so this week MPs have been sort of looking at legislation to set a maximum temperature for people to work in. So this would be about 30 degrees Celsius or 27 degrees Celsius if you were working in something like construction. I mean, what would you say to that sort of proposal? Could that make work quite challenging?
I suppose it could affect timelines and schedules, but I mean, even at the moment, our directors and the company, they send out weather warnings to us if it's high winds or hot weather and things like that. So we're always sort of prepared a little bit for the situation. But I think having something in place might be beneficial in the long run, especially as we do seem to be getting warmer, longer summers.
And as the site manager, you've obviously got lots of people you're responsible for. I mean, what are the sort of challenges of making sure everyone is staying hydrated? I can imagine some men maybe not being completely receptive to you going around with bottles of water. Am I right?
Yeah, quite right. A lot of them are more Coca-Cola or tea, but yeah, it's also, I mean, making them not ignorant to the fact that their welfare does matter to us at the end of the day. And it's also getting home. You could work until you've really beat yourself up here during the day in the hot sun, but driving home, getting yourself home to your family is what really matters at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, and have you had any situations with any of your staff who really have become quite noticeably fatigued or dehydrated?
You do notice it in them, and it's better to have a quiet word to them and pull them out and say, have a break now, and you don't need to work until your allotted break. When you feel like you've had too much in this heat, go and have some time out.
Well, look, thank you so much, Thomas Robert-Lamond. Really, really appreciate your time today. I'm going to be around this area speaking to different people working different sectors to see how they're impacted by the heat. But many of them are sadly not working with air conditioning like you two sitting there.
No, I know. Well, respect.